Hi children, welcome to class 12 Health and Physical Education online class. Today we are going to learn two topics from Unit 7 Physiology and Injuries in Sports. The first topic is effects of exercises on cardiorespiratory system and the second topic is effects of exercises on muscular system. First, let us all learn about cardiorespiratory system. What is cardiorespiratory system? The cardiorespiratory system consists of the heart and blood vessels which work with the respiratory system. Children, heart and blood vessels are the organs of circulatory system as well as lungs and airways are the organs of respiratory system. Cardiorespiratory systems carry oxygen to the muscles and organs of the body and remove waste products including carbon dioxide. Now we are going to learn about effects of exercises on cardiorespiratory system. The first point is increase in the size of heart. When we perform regular exercises, the muscles of the heart increases in size and strength. The left ventricle adapts to the greater extent so that the heart walls grow stronger and thicker. Children, do you know, recent studies show that the myocardial wall thickness also increases through regular exercises. And the second point is decrease in resting heart rate. When we perform regular exercise, the resting heart rate can be decreased. If a person working for continuous 10-week training program, so his normal heartbeat is 72 beats per minute. So when he complete his 10-week training program, his resting heart rate can be reduced up to 10 beats per minute, so that it can become 62 beats per minute. He can reduce his resting heart rate from 72 to 62 in 10 weeks. So what happened? After the regular exercise, the heart finally becomes more efficient and it does not require to beat so quickly to supply blood to the body at the rest position. So what will happen? For the high class athletes, the resting heart rate will be in 30s. The third point is stroke volume increases at rest. What is stroke volume? The amount of blood pumped out from your heart per beat, that is called stroke volume. So when we perform regular exercise, the stroke volume can be increases. So normally for the untrained people, the stroke volume in the rest position will be 50 to 70 ml per beat. But in the normal trained athletes, it may be 70 to 90 milli per beat. But for the high class endurance level athletes, it will be 90 to 110 milli per beat. And the fourth point is increase in cardiac output. What is cardiac output? The amount of blood pumped out from your heart in 1 minute, that is called cardiac output. When we perform regular exercise, the cardiac output can be increased. So what will happen? The untrained individuals, the cardiac output in the rest position will be 14 to 20 liter per minute. But the normal trained athletes, it will be 25 to 35 liter per minute. But the high class athletes, it will be more than 40 liter per minute at the rest position. The fifth point is increased blood flow. Our muscles need more oxygen when we perform exercises. So when we perform exercise regularly, our body increases its number of capillaries and the resting capillaries also open wider, so that the blood flow can be increased and more efficient. The sixth point is decrease in blood pressure. So when we perform exercise regularly, our high blood pressure can be reduced up to 10 mmHg at resting time. The seventh point is increase in blood volume. When we perform exercise regularly, plasma volume can be increased. Through that, the blood volume also enhanced. Our body produced a greater number of red blood cells to provide enough oxygen to muscles during heavy exercises. The eighth point is quicker recovery rate. A trained athlete's heart rate becomes normal than beginner athlete. The rate of the respiration also becomes normal very soon. So the recovery becomes very fast when he exercises regularly. The ninth point is increase in tidal air capacity. The tidal air is the amount of air that flows in and out of the lungs in each quiet respiratory movement. But the tidal air capacity is different. It can be the amount of air breathed in and breathed out by the deepest possible inspiration and expiration. It is estimated 500 to 800 cc. It can be increased through regular exercises. The 10th point is decrease in rate of respiration. So when we perform regular exercises, our respiration can be decreased. So when the beginner athletes start to do exercises, the respiration can be increased. But when he perform continuously the exercises, the respiration can be decreased gradually. And the 11th point is unused alveoles become active. So when we perform regular exercise, our lungs unused alveoles become active because our body need much amount of oxygen, so that the alveole become active. The 12th point is exercise in endurance. So when we perform regular exercise, our endurance level can be increased. What is endurance? It is the ability to perform the work for long time without fatigue. So when the normal person performing exercise, he cannot have very good endurance. When he continuously perform exercises, the endurance level can be increased. And the 13th point is increase in residual air volume. What is residual air volume? Residual air is that amount of air which is left in the lungs after exhalation. So when we perform exercise regularly, the residual air volume can be increased compared to the person he is not doing workout. And the 14th point is increase lung efficiency. Increase lung efficiency to deliver and remove waste products and gaseous exchange. So regular exercise can increase the lung efficiency. The number of alveoli in the lungs increase so that the gas exchange occur. More capillaries are formed in the lungs and allowing more blood to flow out the lungs. This improves the uptake of oxygen as there is a greater surface area for blood to bind with hemoglobin. And the 15th point is increase in vital air capacity. What is vital air capacity? It is the amount of air which an individual can inhale and exhale with maximum efforts. So its capacity may be vary according to the athletes. It will be like 3500 cc to 4500 cc for the normal adult. But with the regular exercise, it can be increased up to 5500 cc. The last one is increase maximum oxygen uptake, that is called VO2 max. Athletes need constant supply of oxygen to their muscles when they perform exercises. So that is called oxygen uptake, VO2. But the maximum oxygen uptake in a minute is called VO2 max. It can be increased through regular exercises. So children, these are all the important effects of exercises on cardiorespiratory system. Now we are going to learn about muscular system. The muscular system is an organ system consisting of skeletal, smooth and cardiac muscles. There are three types of muscles. They are skeletal muscles, smooth muscles and cardiac muscles. It permits movements of the body, maintains posture and circulates blood throughout the body. Now we are going to learn about the effects of exercises on muscular system. The first point is change in shape and size of muscle. So when we perform regular exercises, our muscle size and shape can be changed because cells of muscles are enlarged. Through that, the size and shape of the muscle can be changed. The second point is formation of more capillaries. So when we perform regular exercise, our color of muscles is changed. So what will happen? A number of new capillaries are formed. Through that, the very good, better and efficient blood circulation will be there in the muscle, so that the color of the muscles can be changed. And the third point is muscle remains in toned position. So when we perform exercises, our muscle will become very normal, very efficient position. That means already our muscle in the toned position, so the muscle remain under some degree of contraction also. So muscle become firm and maintain slight steady pull on the attachment. This will happen when we perform very good regular exercises. Then the controls extra fat. Regular exercise control the extra fat of the body, because the regular exercise can burn the extra calories deposited in the form of the fat. And the fifth point is change in the connective tissue. So when we perform exercises, the tissues can bear stress of activity and it can be extended up to some degree. The connective tissues connecting the fibers become very powerful. And the sixth point is efficiency in the movements of the muscle. So when we perform exercise regularly, our muscle will become so much efficient and smooth. So it will become more attractive when it moves. So that will be very easy for efficiency in the movements of the muscles. And the seventh point is delays fatigue. So when we perform regular exercise, we can delay our fatigue. How we can get fatigue? The accumulation of carbon dioxide, acid phosphate and lactic acid become a very high level in our blood, so that the fatigue happens. So when we perform regular exercises, the accumulation of carbon dioxide, lactic acid and the acid phosphate can be reduced, so that what will happen, we can delay our fatigue, the tiredness, when we perform exercises. The eighth point is increases food storage. So when we perform regular exercises, the food storage capacity in our body will be increases. The stored food can be utilized when there is need in our muscles. And the ninth point is exercises and its health benefits. So our body remains fit and healthy with the increased blood circulation and oxygen intake. So when we perform regular exercise, what will happen? Our body will glow. That means we will get naturally anti-aging technique, and it will improve our digestion and help strengthen our body muscle, and it will give us to get help us to get very good posture, so that what will happen, we will get very good sleep in the night time, and when we wake up we will be looking so much fresh. So that is the thing will happen, exercise and its health benefits. And the 10th point is non-functioning fibers become active. So when we perform when we do not perform the heavy workout, what will happen, the muscle fibers in our body will be in the rest condition. So when we started to do proper exercise, what will happen, the non-functioning fibers also will start to become active, so that our body will get very improve the strength, so that the contractile power of the muscle fibers can be increases. The 11th point is body posture remain correct. So when we perform regular exercises, it will improve the strength of our body muscles, so that our posture will be so much correct. So we can avoid the postural deformity. At the same time, if any person having postural deformity, if he follows very good regular exercise, he can remove the postural deformities from his body. So that is the benefit get from exercise. And the last point is improves reaction time. So when we perform good exercise, what will happen, the speed of the nerve impulses increases, and these impulses move very quickly through motor nerves from the nervous system to muscle fiber, so that what will happen, the reaction time improves. These are all the effects of muscular system, the effects of exercise in muscular system. Thank you, children.